Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be trying something slightly different today. Works rather well for other YouTubers. Some would call this stealing their style. I would say being influenced heavily by. But today we are going to go through take an adventure through the quagmire that is the New Zealand Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta for this week. It's a rather exciting time in New Zealand at the moment. We do have organised play starting up again. We've had the midwinter tournament at Shuffle and Cut in Auckland this weekend, and we had the first couple of qualifiers for the North Island and South Island State Championship, this year's version of the national championships there. Except we're going to have two of them, not just one, we're going to have two. One in the North Island, one in the South Island. I know Aidan Wells from Nelson has been holding on to that South Island crown for far too long, so this is your chance to take it off him. But starting off first, we are looking at the Metagame Breakdown for the Midwinter Tournament at Shuffle and Cut in Newmarket, Auckland here. As we can see, the most represented deck here was Tribrigade sitting on 9, 38 players, so 9 is a fairly hefty amount there. That's almost like a quarter of the field is made up of Tribrigade. Then we've got Invoked Shaddoll, Phantom Knight 3, all piloted by Hamilton players, and we'll see how significant that is next up. 3 Sky Striker, 2 Altergeist, 2 Drytron, 2 Eldlich variants, and 13 others there. Myself making up the 13th there. But no matter what that main event breakdown was, it all changes when we get up to the top 8. And as you can see here, Phantom Knights take up a quarter of the top 8 with 2 out of the 3 decks making it. I believe the third one was 9th place, so good representation from Phantom Knights there. Sky Striker getting 1 across the line. Ignister making a good showing, piloted by a rather handsome gentleman, I must say so myself. 1 Guru Control, 1 Virtual World, 1 Shadow, and only 1 Tribrigade. This is really interesting. Really, 1 Tribrigade of the 9 get across. Being out there in the field, it was quite something to see. Everyone was siding heavily for the deck. Ghost Bells, Twin Twisters taking out the back row, forcing the revolts early, or just Ghost Belling and negating the bell completely itself. Tribrigade was the deck to play, but everyone was getting marked on there. So cutting across now to the first place deck list, piloted by Ross H from Matamata. No, he is not from Matamata, he is from somewhere even darker than that, even more remote. But yep, as you can see, he was piloting Phantom Knights. As you can see, he's missing the Arc Rebellion from the extra deck, but he is sporting the Dragoon package there. All else fails, go to plan P, put 2 effect monsters on the field, Predator Plant into Dragoon, and just win the game there. Sporting the Forbidden Droplets in the main deck, as well as TTT, both a very important card for this format. Scooting across now to the second place list, we've got Kenny. He's been piloting Sky Striker for a while. Definitely say one of the most consistent Sky Striker players we have in Auckland here. If you see his deck, it's blinding you. That thing is sitting at maximum rarity, and that gets him maximum placings as well. This list seems to be pretty standard, like 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Bell, 3 Veiler, very heavy on the hand traps because Sky Strikers really don't need much to get going there. Main decking the Shared Ride as well, that's a card that's been popping up in lists recently. Top 4, Tribrigade, Aaron Dennis, former Oceanic Championship and a World Championship competitor as well. Aaron Dennis, he was taking Tribrigade, he was the top ranking Tribrigade player in the tournament there. As you can see, he is running Rescue Cats in the main deck. Gammas as well, Gammas making sure that that Rescue Cat does go off, or stopping like your opponent's players on their turn. One of the best cards that they can possibly do there. Rest of the deck seems to be pretty standard. We see the Twin Twisters inside there. Ash Blossoms as well. Yeah, Skullmeisters and Lancers. This guy was going heavy, and that's something that the Tribrigade deck can definitely do there. Naibo as well, making a return and sticking with Virtual World. This man likes the Synchro Monsters, and he is going to let you know about it. Sticking with Virtual World to round up the top 4 there. And then here we are, the Ignister deck. Like we see more similar trends. Main decking the Triple Ts, side decking Forbidden Droplets, and the Shared Rides there. So yeah, well done to this duelist here with making it with such a rogue pick of a deck, really. And next up here we've got Scott B and his deck list, making the far journey all the way from Bay Dragon to Shuffle and Cut in the central city there. Scott B again and master with the Shadow Invoke deck. It's been nothing that he's been played for a while, and he's made several top 8 representations with this deck so far. that was the only 6 of the top 8 deck lists, the other one being a Phantom Knight deck as well, piloted by Tyner. That deck would be, I'd assume, very similar to Ross, because him, Ross and Marshall were all on the same deck, Marshall finishing 9th place with Phantom Knights, and of course Guru Control, piloted by Terry there. We all know what Guru Control looks like and does. Back row, Guru, Hidden City, just go for it from there. Speaking of Marshall, we go across to results from one of the first Extravaganza Qualifiers in New Zealand, held at Gaming DNA down in Hamilton there. Again, we see Marshall piloting his Phantom Knight deck, not getting cucked by Auckland players this time. No siree, he managed to finish first in Swiss. And as we can see there, we can see the Dragoon package, TTTs in the main, as well as the droplets there. This list is very similar to Ross's, and I suspect it's almost exactly card for card that he did play on this Saturday at Shuffle and Cut. Then we go there to Riley, Card Merchant's own monkey himself. He loves his back row decks, and here we can see that he was on Orcust Eldlich. Bit of interaction there, not a deck that we normally see, but yep, well done to you, well done to the monkey there. I'd like to also give a special shout out as well, special shout out to Little Ollie from the AV Club down in Christchurch there. We don't have the deck list there, I'm sorry, but he did manage to finish first place, with Cyber Dragon, a deck that's near and dear to my heart there. So well done to him for taking out that top spot. But anyway guys, that's the meta breakdown for New Zealand for this week here. So really just like shining a bit of light on our tournaments here. We do tend to have like less rounds than like some of the larger like American, European tournaments and things. So unexpected decks like Phantom Knights have a way better chance of succeeding where in a larger tournament where they have to play more rounds and they lose a bit of consistency there. But hey guys, thanks heaps for watching again. Take care, and as always, ka kite anō. Good evening.